Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Game's not over yet. New hearts are drawn, new plans are played, newcomers place above.
Alright, we're back to playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, we got Tekken 8, but I needed to take a break from it. And we're going to be playing Grand Blue tomorrow. And it comes out. And Tekken 8 is just... I've been playing it a lot the last couple days. Needed a break. And the ranked matches were frustrating. I guess is that just naturally how long it takes to play ranked matches? It was taking me like 15 minutes. 15, 20 I don't know if it was 15, 20 minutes, but it felt like a long ass time. The fuck are you talking about, bitch? My controller is disconnected. No. But anyway, yeah. I needed to take a break from that. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it later, but can't forget about this game too, because we still haven't beaten it, and I don't think we're gonna beat it for a while. It's not like we're gonna beat it today or anything. It's gonna be a while till we finally beat this game. We just got this dude, and so naturally, looking at my party, I'm gonna replace Karlach with him because he seems like a tank kind of character. Also, let's check our abilities. Yep, we are missing a bunch of spell slots.
Your desire.
Yeah, so we should definitely
No one stopped
take a
me yet.
long rest. Maybe I'll leave Karlach as she is. I won't unequip anything. Although I think she has a bunch of equipment. Yeah, she has a bunch of equipment that we need to sell. What are you talking about? Karlach, you have 10,000 gold? Since when have you had 10,000 gold? Jeez, I just noticed that. Why does Karlach have 10,000 gold? I have 16,000 gold in total. Okay.
All's well
As
that
much as I want to keep her in, and I really like her build and what I got going on with her, we just got a new character. We gotta
Soldier.
use him. We have to. You'll need to stay behind at camp for now.
Really? Really, really?
You heard me.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Good. Okay, we got her gold. We can just sell that stuff some other time. I don't really care.
Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks.
You're quite quick to call me friend. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends?
I almost killed this guy. I could have very easily killed you. You know what? Yeah, let's be friends. Of course we're friends. Friend.
Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through?
I wonder, you know, the fact that we're getting him now, so late in the game, makes me wonder how much more we got of this game. There's probably so much more left. Ooh. Such a dick. Just a warning. Okay, answer me honestly. What's with the hamster?
Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
I can speak to the hamster. I have that spell. How do you know? Maybe he naturally has that. Maybe he naturally has speak with animals. I'm just gonna go along with him.
Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking.
What if I say this? Okay, enough joking. Does the hamster actually speak to you?
There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle.
I guess there's there's types of warriors like rangers. They have a special animal that they're always linked with. Why do I keep doubting him? I don't like these replies. There's so many replies like being a dick. Look at this. Forget I even asked. I want to be nice to this guy. So you're a paladin of justice?
Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
I could easily talk to that hamster. It'd be funny if I talked to him and the hamster's like, please help me. We ought to discuss the tadpole.
As you wish, but quietly. It is listening.
I've been powers because I need more. I did, I guess, in the beginning, but that we had the last conversation we had. He I forget what happened, but he suddenly became a dick, and I was like, all right, you know what, fuck you. So now we're just not gonna. We'll only use it when we need to. Do you know of a cure? This is like a futile question, but let's see what he says.
On this matter, I have held small counsel with Boo. If the worm is lodged within our skulls, should it not be possible to simply squeeze like so?
No.
Until something pops out.
Well, we kind of tried that in the beginning of the game. We didn't squeeze, but we tried to surgically remove it.
Boo has not feasted on evil's flesh in some time, and it has set his gut to bubbling.
So you have no ideas for a cure?
None at all. Though Boo is tiny. Perhaps he could just crawl into our ears and... Ah, you are right, Boo. Ridiculous notion. It would be far too dark to see.
Okay, follow me.
Minsk shall be your shadow, as Boo is his.
Alright, let's check this guy out.
Evil hides and Boo seeks.
Gosh, he doesn't. Alright, he doesn't have any equipment. We have to level him up manually. I hope I don't have to choose spells. He has spells. Ugh. It's a nightmare. Oh, okay. Doesn't need any of that. Yeah, I hate having to choose spells in this game. It takes so long. We don't need any of that. He's gonna be... He's just gonna be a straight up, like, fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah, this seems okay. Let's do that. And then cure wounds. Two weapon fighting. Oh, okay, okay. He fights with two weapons. I don't really... Kinda don't care about that. Let's do defense, because I think we actually have some good armor stashed away. Should I give him a bunch of healing stuff? They regain 1 to 4 hit points. I really wish there was an auto level up. Alright, let's try enhanced leap. Here we go. So we can choose a subclass now. Hunter Gloomstalker. Okay, this is like a... He's an ambusher. This is like a stealth warrior. Like, look at this stuff. Dread ambusher. That's kind of cool. But I hate stealth. I just don't like doing stealth. Whoa. Gain a beast companion that accompanies you on your adventures and fights alongside you. We're kind of leaning into this whole strategy of having a bunch of companions, having like a little mini army. So this, I think this would go well with that. It's more appealing than the Gloomstalker. I don't know what's up with the Hunter. Like, what is it? Just a passive? Like, why is that special? I'm gonna go with this. So what kind of companion do you have? It didn't say, it was just... Huh. I don't know. Maybe I could be a great weapon master. Or, because I already chose that defensive passive, I should just choose this. He doesn't even have armor proficiency with heavy armor yet. I'm gonna go heavy armor with this guy. Hey, what's up, Shroom Dukem? What's going on? How are you doing? I don't really use maneuvers too often, so maybe not that one. Moderately armored. Oh, you know what I should do? I should become like a pole arm master and then use sentinel. Right, we heard about that build before. I should use that now. I heard that's a good combo. This would be good too. Tough. Great weapon master. You know what? Okay, let's lean into that, right? So we'll take this one, and then we'll get sentinel, and we'll get polearm master. Actually, do we even need polearm master? We don't necessarily need that. That sounds really good too. Okay. So I miss more often, but I deal more damage. Basically. Hey, I got an extra attack. And companion's bond. I don't even know what my animal companion is. Okay. We got another spell. Let's go with all healing stuff for him. Yeah. No. So I think every other level we get another feat. Maybe. Or is it a passive? Oh, these passives, they're different from feats. Okay, I guess he already has this, right? Okay. He already has armor proficiency with heavy armor. I should've... Huh. Damn. Did I choose wrong? Oh wait, no, I didn't choose the heavy armor proficiency yet. I chose the great weapon proficiency. Ensnaring strike. Keeper of the Veil. I like this armor proficiency thing. I'm gonna go with this. Right, good. So I have a familiar already. Or I have this already, and it's not going to expend a spell slot, which is good. Sleight of Hand. Resistance to cold. Resistance to fire. And resistance to poison. I kind of like... Let's just go with poison. I guess they're all good. I feel like I have other characters that are already resistant to fire. Okay. Exceptional training. Okay. I'm just gonna pee real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we got another free spell. Should I get this? I don't think anyone has silence. Or I could give myself Long Strider. I'm sure silence is good, but I wouldn't really know how to use it or what situation. Land Stride. Nice. Nah, that's dumb. Okay, we finally have another feat. So maybe it's every 4 levels? I don't know. We got one there. Really don't have a lot of feats. Yeah, I should do that. Like, I automatically have... automatically have this, but it doesn't increase my strength. Why is it's my dexterity? I didn't even look at his stats. I just assumed he was really strong. Shit. Maybe I've been setting him up wrong. Uh-oh. Fuck. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I should change up his build.
Another. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Can you help me change my class?
As thou desire.
$100. I can really start from scratch here. So he's got lots of charisma. Oh, check it out. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize the stats change. Alright, well, you know what? I'm gonna keep him... Like, so I could have done... Like, the build that I was thinking of, I could have done it with a paladin. You know what? I'm gonna keep him as he was. simple weapon proficiency. Light, medium. Shield proficiency. Alright. So we had this. We have True Strike, and then we can choose another one. Protection from evil and good. Okay, so let's... Oh, he starts with Magebreaker, but... Oh, okay. I thought I had both. What is this? True Strike? I kind of like the Ranger Knight. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going with the same stuff. Oh, look at this. Here, I can do the same build. No, fuck that. Strength. Constitution. This is how I imagine him to be. You know what I'm saying? Strength and constitution all the way. And then we'll just add dexterity in there. And then intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Fuck that. Okay, I get this -1. Maybe I don't want -1. You know what? It doesn't matter. Because I have to pump it to 10 to avoid the penalty. Fuck that. I just want him to be like physically... Oh look, that costs 2 points. That also costs 2 points. So what if I just do that? And then I could do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I get no penalties. Maybe he doesn't need all that. Intelligence and wisdom? Yeah, fuck it. Sure, okay. Helps you shove and resist being shoved. Stealth? Like, why do you have stealth? Hug trees. Like, why do you have this shit? I mean, that's okay, but I don't need that. That's what Cyrax is for. I want, like, strong stuff. Well, I guess these proficiencies are not really... Okay. Athletics. Maybe perception would be good, actually. All the other stuff he doesn't need, though. He's not gonna be doing the talking. I see. Yeah, so maybe it is better to give him a point in stealth. Sure, alright, whatever. You can even change his name. See how leveling up in this game is kind of a pain in the ass? And like now we have to do it all over again. We're gonna do the same thing we had before. I don't even remember what we... Oh yeah, we had Hunter's Mark. Okay. We had defense. We're gonna get this enhanced leap. Then we are going to choose to be a Beast Master. We're not going to replace anything. Here we gave him a Great Weapon Master. Right? That's good. And then we gave him, yeah, Lesser Restoration. Right, so I get two. I get two of these. I don't think, I don't know, I don't have Ensnaring Strike. And then, yeah, we got defense against poison. What else did I get? Yeah, I got this Long Strider. We're almost there. We're almost there. I think I'm already a weapons master. Or I have... Let me see what proficiencies I have. Simple weapons. Right, I have all of that. And martial weapons. So I can equip anything I want, basically. So that means that getting 4 different proficiencies would be totally redundant. I don't need that. So I think that would be more helpful. Something like durable. Or, what I was thinking before was getting Sentinel. Because Sentinel's just really good. Or Savage Attacker, that's really good too. Tough could be really good. Let's go with Sentinel. Alright, yeah. Okay, everyone is at level 11, I think. So we're almost done with this. Protection from energy. It's interesting. Conjure barrage. It looks cool, but he's not really a mage, you know what I'm saying? Maybe sure, let's just go with this. Protection from energy. We're almost there. I think we're all level 11 or level 12. Hide in plain sight. Right. Okay, we get another one of these. Ensnaring strike. So is that... I don't think that counts as that opportunity attack. I think that's a different thing. But just in case, because I don't really care, like, about this stuff. I mean, it might be nice to have protection from good and evil. But just in case that this actually combos with the Sentinel, I'll take this. Okay, let's gain resistance to cold. I don't really see cold damage too much, so that could be a wrong move, but maybe we'll encounter some cold damage now towards the end of the game since we haven't seen it too much. Bestial Fury. Alright, that's cool. Sure. I'm giving him all like healing stuff. Yeah, he's It's level 12. I think this is it. I think this is the last level up. Alright, and he gets another one of these. So we got Great Weapon Master. I could get Heavy Armor Master. Or I could get Lucky. Lucky is so good. Savage Attacker is also so good. I might have to go with Lucky. Yeah, let's go with Lucky. Or Durable. Or there's another one, doesn't he gets points for every he just gets more health? Where is that? Now, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with Lucky. Or I could do Mage Slayer. Nah, let's go with Lucky. Why do I have both of these? What? Oh. Wait, they're different. You can use a luck point to gain advantage on your next ability check. Or you can use a luck point to gain advantage on your next attack roll or saving throw, or to make an... Wait, I don't have to choose one. I have both of them. Alright, never mind. I was getting confused. Alright. Let's save this real quick, so that we never have to do that again. I don't know what this stuff is doing here. Actually, we should look at the camp items so that we can properly equip this guy. Look at the... I didn't realize I had that many. Jesus. Look at the camp supply sacks. We have 26. Just in this one stack, we have 26. Let's see what this stuff does. You can cast Mage Hand as a bonus action. Alright. Gith Yankee Great Sword. Argument Solver. Blade of Oppressed Souls. Alright, yeah, look at how much stuff we have. Look at this. Halberd of Vigilance. Sentinel Weapon. Gain a +1 bonus to initiative rolls and advantage on perception. Yo, I'm taking that. Because that's kind of the build that we were going for, right? Oh, look at the armors. What's like the heaviest thing that we have? Ooh, and this grants resistance to fire damage when he already has resistance to poison and cold. It gives him Hunter's Mark, but he already has that. But still. I think that might be the best choice for him. Let's take it. What is this? Okay. I want him to have like really heavy here we go. Plate armor. Uncommon heavy armor. Very rare heavy armor. Look at this. Howl of the Dead as cantrips. Can we see what is Howl of the Dead? What does that do? Numbs all nearby creatures. What does numb do? That's a problem when it doesn't tell you. Ugh. And then I have to... You know what? Screw that. I don't care. I'll probably wear it. Sure. I'll take that just because it's super rare. I mean, is there anything else? What about this? Reason's Grasp. No, that's for rage. Maybe these would be good boots. Because he has a lot of healing stuff. Hey, that's kind of good. Your weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 necrotic damage. I'll take that. Ooh, look at this. Advantage on melee attack rolls while surrounded by 2 or more foes. If he's a sentinel, that could be good, but I think I already have so much advantage stacked anyway. Is this all arranged correctly? Sort this by type, right? I still didn't get armor for him. I was thinking this Reaper's Embrace. Oh wait, no, that's clothing. Why am I looking at that? It doesn't arrange it by if it's like heavy armor or whatever. I'm just gonna go with that. Oh, I could turn him into a drunk build. I have like this, and then I think I have like drunken gloves. I know I have 2 drunken items. Should I do that? Let me just take that. I got them somewhat recently, so I know if they're still here, they should be like up around here. What the heck is this? I don't even know what that is. I don't think it would work well with him though. Let's see, where's that other Oh no, it's Drunken Cloth. I don't... Yeah, that's not... It's not for me. Never mind. Let me put that amulet back. Keep them together. Okay. Let's wear these boots, these gloves, the helmet, the halberd. Wait. What gloves are better? This? Haraknir bracers or Dark Justiciar? I don't really need telekinesis, right? Throw a creature or object with your mind. But this has the 1 to 4 necrotic damage that I kind of like. Alright, now let's go with the super rare bracers, because that's more... it's more badass. Now I'm realizing... What does he need? He needs 2 rings, a ranged weapon, and an amulet. He doesn't have any rings. Let's see if we have some available. Just on us. Okay. That could be good. Let's go with this ring. I don't know what other rings we could give him. And then let's look for a ring here. Are you serious? I have no rings? Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. I have 10,000. I have an extra 10,000 gold because I did a quest, right? And I'm supposed to give the gold back to someone. I don't remember. But I think, yeah, I have way more gold than I should. That's why I have 16,000. I should have 6,000. Alright, here we got some options. Okay, I'm inclined to go with this restoration. Just give them a bunch of restoration. No. Let me just make sure there's nothing like totally awesome that I need. When one of your cantrips, blah blah blah. Okay, no. What's this? It's very rare. Oh, this is part of a quest and I was like kind of nervous about equipping it. This, not really gonna use that stuff. Not really gonna use it. Not really gonna use it. Okay, it's fine. And then a ring. Oh shit! I accidentally... I didn't want to equip that. Who was wearing that? Shit.
More interesting times.
Cyrax. Okay.
Sword at my side and hamster at hand.
Okay. Let me toggle the helmet. Let's hide it during dialogue. It looks kind of cool. Why are you not wearing the armor that I told you to wear? Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. That looks awesome. That's good. So, okay. Maybe we can go shopping later. We can buy him like a good second ring. Keep an eye out for other stuff. Let's take a look here. Find familiar. Cool. So this crab can slow enemies. A frog can spread bufotoxin. The rat can do infectious bite. Raven can blind. Poisonous bite. This could actually be useful, like, outside of battle. Alright, we just have a cat with us now. Wait, what? And then boo. This is permanent. I have both of them. Oh wait, no. It kills the, okay. Never mind. It kills the other one. Okay, so that's different from Ranger's Companion, because I thought, yeah, this is what we're talking about right here. Yeah. Okay. Summon a boar, and it can charge. A wolf spider, and can shoot webs and poison enemies. Wait, what was this? A bear. Summon a black bear that can endure heavy attacks and draw the enemy's attention with its goading roar. This one can blind. Summon a wolf that can inflict devastating wounds and knock down enemies with its lunging bite. I'm between this bear and the boar. I think I'm gonna go with the boar. That's sick. Yo, we've got a freaking army. The only thing is, I kind of want to replace Jaheira. But you know what? What we got going on is so good.
Can't give up now.
I'm just gonna save it. Let's go back to like a really old quick save. Sure, somewhere here. Yeah. Okay. So now, do you see why I hate leveling up in this game? Especially if it's someone who starts at level 1. It takes forever. I hope I never have to do that again. So now we'll just do a long rest. I think we're gonna have to summon everything once again.
Jaheira! Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand.
Greet cheek with hand. That sounds like a fun evening.
It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
I have no idea what. Who am I trying to convince? I have no idea what's going. She's right, Minsk. I need to know you'll follow orders from here on out. Okay, so that's the issue. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what this conversation is about, or like what's going on. I'm just gonna go with persuasion because I always go with persuasion. Sure, let's use friends. Whatever. Oh, it doesn't even matter. My bonus is so ridiculous.
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for? Not to charge into danger ahead of his Waklaren.
Waklaren? Minsk.
I don't know. I
am
failed
not your
that.
witch.
I failed history.
You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees. You're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
That's actually kind of sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna just egg them on. I'm gonna be the nice guy and just go along with everything he says.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside our Waklaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm wearing that. It's such a weirdo. I think it's because I just don't have any clothes equipped at all. I look like someone out of Eon Flux. That weird thing that weird bondage thing he's wearing. What a freak. I guess, okay, are we done? Actually, what? Jahira disapproves out of nowhere? What? That was weird. I have a feeling something weird's gonna happen to me while I'm sleeping. Something weird always happens when I'm sleeping. No. I'm shocked. Everything's normal. Okay. So, okay, if we keep Gale, we keep Gale in the party, get rid of Jahira. Let's look at this. Or really, we should look at the map. Need to look at the map. No! Not this map. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the next quest that we can do? I don't want to get rid of Jahira, but okay. Fine.
Yes? You're sure?
I am.
Later then.
Okay, we need a fourth member. It's gotta be a female. We gotta have a female. Maybe I will have Karlak. I'll put Karlak back in. Lae'zel. Really, I should have Shadowheart. But then I'm gonna have to level her up. Alright. Maybe it's time.
Boo seems like a worthy addition to our group. His pet, Minsk, may prove useful also.
Join me.
Alright, some company wouldn't hurt on the...
Okay.
There's no time to waste.
Yeah, we're gonna have to level up again. I haven't leveled her up in a while, I think. What level is she? She's level 10, so she's got 2 levels. Okay. Could be worse. Change your cantrip selection. I have one choice? Okay. We all know how good planar binding is. I might have to get that. I like that Guardian of Faith, actually. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, this saved me one time. I think there was like someone I had to protect. Yeah, that's really good. She's a really good character. I guess it's this that we don't need, that insect thing, but that planar binding, I feel like we can't have enough of that. Like it's just so good. Oh, Jesus. What is all this? A wall of razor-sharp blades that turns the area into difficult terrain and damages anyone foolish enough to come close. That sounds kind of cool. That sounds cool too. Oh, what? Playing our ally. Okay, okay. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff. That sounds badass. Let's get that. I guess we can only use one level 6 spell, but I kinda want to see both of them. Isn't there a way to get her to use her old haircut? I thought there was like a thing that she could equip. Yeah, that's right. Minsk needs he needs a long-range weapon, doesn't he?
Sleep with one eye open, evil. Maybe both.
And this too, there's because Shadowheart is holding stuff that could be useful for him. Cantrips targeting foes and allies can target an additional creature. Yeah, that's really good, but he doesn't have any crazy cantrips, I don't think. Hey, what's up, Mist? Hi, dude, just found your channel. I wanted to ask, what is the pink hoodie you were wearing in the Bring Me the Horizon reaction video you were doing? So that is a custom made hoodie. It's not a band. It looks like a band, but it's not. It's a Japanese artist. He's on Twitter. You can find him on Twitter. What's it called? Carnage Society. And he does like, yeah, grotesque like anime art. And I ordered it from him, like directly. It's like one dude. So like the logo I think says Carnage Society, and that's just like the name of his brand. I have I have a t-shirt from him. It's a different design, and I have that hoodie. See if you can find him. I'm pretty sure it's Carnage. If you look up Carnage Society on Twitter, I think you can find him. It is super cool. Yeah, it looks like a band, right? No, yeah, I love that art. I'm actually thinking if I put out like another like an EP or something, or like an album, I think I might hit him up, do some custom art. But he's like a legit artist, you know. He's like a pro. So if you wanted to do custom art, you'd have to pay him. I don't know how much he charges, but if you just want to order like a hoodie or a t-shirt, I don't think it might be a little expensive. And if you're in the States, you probably have to pay for shipping too. But it's worth it because it's like really like one of a kind. I didn't even know I had all this stuff. Unwanted master. This one just gives +1. What do I have equipped now? Right, I have telekinesis. Maybe I should just equip this. What's this one? Oh yeah, that's right. What did you think of Sleep Token, by the way? Didn't get to finish the video, but now that you are live, might as well ask. Yeah. They're cool. I like them. I'm gonna check out more of them. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of there's like a kind of a subsection of like a metal and hardcore and R&B, so it reminded me of, like I said in the video, Issues, and this other band that I was thinking, Woe Is Me. And I think in hindsight, my favorite track, like they're all pretty good, but my favorite track might be that what is it called? Aquos Regia or Aqua Regia? And it's not even like a metal song. It's just like pop, but I liked the notes and the chords so much. Have you heard of a band called Ni Obliviscaris? You should really check them out. Yeah, for sure. I'll check them out. Are they the same, like the same kind of genre? Is it like metal and R&B? Aqua Regia. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, it's really jazzy, right? But I like that. I like jazzy stuff. I liked it because it does, it kind of has a similar chord progression to an Ariana Grande song that I really like. What is... Oh yeah, that's right. I need a ranged weapon. Don't really have too many options there. Ni Obliviscaris is progressive metal with great violin playing, amazing vocals, and it's just so good, huh? I'll check that out. Are they like a newer modern band, or are they more like old school? Painters of the Tempest. All 3 parts. Okay, cool. So it's like a 3-part, like an epic song. Yeah, progressive metal is like really, really like epic. Like super long songs. I haven't listened to prog in a really long time, but yeah, I'll give it a shot. But is there... Okay, and amazing vocals, cool. That's an interesting name, Ni Obliviscaris.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we gotta summon First,
Wits and blades
let's see.
always sharp.
I'm gonna save this because I don't feel like having to level up again. Save it right here. The oldest released album that I know of is Portal of I, which was 2012. Okay. I feel like 2012 is basically modern. Even though that's like over 10 years ago, it's still like, yeah, it's like basically modern. Is that their best stuff? It means forget not in Latin. That's cool. But like, what's their best album? I want to hear like the best one. Or is that one the best one? Portal of I. Yeah. We're going to cast... Okay, I only have one level 6 spell slot, which means if I summon... It sucks that it's like a level 6 spell. It doesn't seem like it should be a level 6 spell. That might not be a good spell, but I've never used it. I don't know. Really, I'm more... Ooh, she has Dominate Person as well. I'm more interested in Planar Ally. It's gonna... Oh, Cambion. He has she has Cambion too. Diva. Wrathful Smite, Revivify, and Concussive Smash. And Genie. Sweet Plum, Gale, Thunderwave, and Drunken Inhale. Damn! Okay. Oh, Diva. I thought you were gonna be like female. With a name like Diva. And it's like an Adonis looking like hot dude. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Welcome to the party. Who is this fucker? Yo, did you not read? I love doing this. Is my favorite thing to do now. In my opinion, it's either Urn or Citadel. Cool. I'll check out Urn or Citadel. Wait, hold on. Somebody on Twitch. Someone on Twitch is spamming my shit with their fucking Discord scam bullshit. I have a message on Twitch. Like, anyone that joins the channel, it just says right away, like, if you're a graphic designer, you're gonna get banned and reported. And if you tell me your Discord, you're gonna get banned and reported. So these people, they know when they come in. And what's crazy is I report these people, and Twitch actually emails me sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, we've taken the appropriate action." So it like actually works. My Twitch, it should be the same thing. I think it says in my info on YouTube. It should, but it's twitch.tv/rants1990x. I just started using Restream so that I can stream on both Twitch and YouTube. I think YouTube is more effective because I actually have followers on YouTube. And yeah, I don't know. It's like the whole everything still feels so new to me. Like I don't know like the best way to do stuff, but right now it's working pretty well. The only thing that sucks about streaming on YouTube is the bitrate seems to be lower. So like if I'm playing an action game or something, it might look blurry. But if you look on my Twitch, and I usually save all of my streams like permanently. If you look on Twitch, the bitrate is much higher. Like it's more like clear. Really, it should be the same thing, but I guess yeah, Twitch has their shit together more than YouTube for now. Yeah, I looked it up on Google too, and people on Reddit are just saying, like, yeah, YouTube bitrate is not great. There's nothing you can do. Wait. I'm gonna have like a crazy army here. How long does the spiritual weapon? Oh, we don't really need that.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
What's he talking about? What are you talking about, Gale? Yeah, we got disintegrate. I know Gale can summon. Alright, he's got this, the Quasit. And conjure element. Oh, yeah. We'll do level 6. What did he have before? We had an air myrmidon. Right? Let's do that. I like the air myrmidon.
No time to rest.
And then the main man, Cyrax. We're going to summon us. Because us is OG. And then we're going to also summon a Myrmidon with a level 6 spell slot. Where's the spell? It's so disorganized. Where is it? There it is. Should we go with... Let's go with Earth. Yo, we are unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're gonna kill everyone. Wait.
I wonder what the next move is.
Okay. Yeah, I leveled her up. I leveled her up completely. Really? The screen is black. Hold on, let me check that. That's fucking weird. Why would it be black? That's weird because it's streaming on YouTube. View on Twitch. What? I have never seen that before. But the audio is working. Actually, the audio isn't even working for me. Oh, that's weird. Something happened to Twitch. Okay, so the stream is who is this fucker? Yo, did you not read? The stream has been recorded, but then it stopped. It stopped for some reason. Like, I can see your message saying, talking about Portal of Eye, and then it just, for some reason, it stopped. It might just be a weird bug. Yeah, it says I'm offline. YouTube's working though. Alright. Working though. Yeah. Stream is fine on YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, Twitch is being weird. Never seen that. It says it's streaming, but then also it says in the most recent video it's like the current stream, which ended. It's weird. I'm just yeah, I won't worry about it because actually I think I'm gonna save all of my gaming videos. I'm gonna save them on YouTube instead of Twitch, because really it's only like very rarely that people actually watch me live. So for archival purposes and for like search purposes, YouTube's where it's at. YouTube is where people are actually searching for gaming videos, like retroactively, whereas Twitch is really just focused on live stuff. Yeah, I remember when I used to stream on Twitch. It can be yucky at times, not gonna lie. What other games do you play? I was playing Tekken 8. Like when it came out, I was playing that non-stop like 3 days ago. But I had to take a break from it. I started getting my ass kicked, and I just had to take a little break. And then I've also been getting into a lot of Souls-like games. I'm getting into more like just difficult games. And I also, it sounds weird, but I also like watching my own recordings of games. So I like playing Souls-like games because it's fun to watch my previous gameplay. I like playing RPGs too, but it's honestly it's not as fun to watch as like fighting games or action games. I suck at fighting games, but I enjoy playing them sometimes. My main game is Asu? What's that? What game is that? You can share your video. What, do you have a video on YouTube? I mean, yeah, you can share if it's a YouTube video. Like, what kind of game is that? Oh, did we save this? I don't want to have to summon all of these creatures again. Let's save that. Are you talking about like a YouTube video or a Twitch video? Oh, so tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. There's a review about it. I should check that out. I'll listen to this guy. Rurikon. I sent the link. Where did you send it to? Because I'm not logged into I'm not logged into the Rant account. Well, actually, let me see. Sent it on YouTube live chat. I don't see your link. But is the name of the game Osu? Is that the name of the game? Game Osu. Osu. Osu is a free-to-play rhythm game primarily developed, published, and created by Dean Pepe Herbert. Okay. So it's a rhythm game. Is that the one you're talking about? It's like an anime rhythm game. Yeah, I think YouTube got rid of it. But that's the game you're talking about, right? It's this anime rhythm game. I'm not great at rhythm games, but I did get kind of into this one rhythm game. I forget what it's called. It's like some anime game. It has like overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and it has like really simple, like it's like two button controls. It's one of your proudest scores. Yeah, I think that's the one. Muse Dash. Yeah. I'd click it Mist, but it's not a. Yeah, I don't see the link anywhere. Actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Your Astax Mist Firelight. Is this YouTube? I'm just seeing this YouTuber named Firelight. Let me see. Let's see, Firelight Neo Control Remix. I mean, these are your videos, right? Missed the channel name. Yeah, I'm looking. It doesn't say. Missed. All right. Well, see, I'll go to your channel directly, and I'll look up Firelight. All right. I see Firelight Neo Control Remix A Rank Pass. That's the only video with Firelight. Okay. Sure, I'll search all of that stuff specifically. But yeah, sorry, your channel is not coming up in my YouTube search. Yeah, it doesn't say missed. But yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, I have to go to your channel like directly. Let me figure this out. Let me do this. So this is Osu. Is this a mobile game? Are you controlling this with your finger? It's not with a mouse, is it? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm really bad at rhythm games. I use a drawing tablet to aim and keyboard to tap each circle. Reminds me of like intestines. You like x-rayed someone's intestines. Hear that groove? Yeah, definitely can't do any of that. That looks really hard. Nice. Impressive. Good shit. I think it's Streamlabs. Let me figure this. Hold on, this is being dumb. Okay. This window is Firefox. This window is Firefox. So all I have to do is target the proper Firefox. There. Done. It's been kind of a pain in the ass. Alright. Kind of want to see what this guy has to say. I'm not going to watch this whole thing. It's like half an hour long.
Up, Iron Breakers. Welcome back to
like,
Grand Blue Fantasy
it's
Relink.
good,
We've been
but-
playing this game over the last couple of days, pretty much since
So
the
what's
game
the
released
but?
in
'Cause
early
I'm gonna be-
access on the
I'm gonna buy
PlayStation
this
side of
game
things.
tomorrow.
I feel like I finally have a firm grasp as to how I feel about it. I've been seeing a lot of people ask me in live streams, Rurikhan, do you recommend this game? How do you feel about the game? Tell me your opinion on it, and all of that stuff. And that is what this video is going to be about. Now, at this point, I have
Cool.
finished the main
set up the
campaign of the
hand
game,
cam?
which very much like the developers
Nice.
said, lasted for about 20 hours, but there's plenty of more content to be experienced. Last night, I actually started my end game progression. If you guys want to check out that stream, it is available on the
Mist,
channel.
have
I
you
was
ever
actually
heard of
playing
this
with
game?
two friends, one of
Grand Blue
Gashi and
Fantasy
Tummy
Relink.
Giggles, which you guys
Coming
might
out
have seen
tomorrow.
in our streams, and we were just blasting through the game. So I have a lot of things to talk about when it comes
I want
to
to hear what this
about.
guy has to say.
Now, at this point, I have finished the main campaign of the game, which very much like the developers said, lasted for about 20 hours, but there's plenty of more content to be experienced. Last night,
20 hours. 20 hours of the main quest. So it's not too long, but then there's like a bunch of other stuff outside of it. Right? That's fine. What I'm worried about this game is that it's going to be like too easy. Or it's gonna feel like an MMORPG, but it has the way people describe it, it sounds like it has the potential to be like so sick. Like people talk about it like it's a combination of Nier Automata and Bayonetta and Final Fantasy 16. That's how people describe it, which sounds insane. Well, let's see what this guy has to say. I don't watch this guy too often, but
I actually started my end game progression. If you guys want
It
to check
sounds
out
like he's,
that
like,
stream, it is
conflicted
available on
about
the channel.
something,
I
like
was
he's
actually
mixed
playing
on
with
something.
two friends, Warangashi and Mr. Tummy Giggles, which you guys might have seen in our streams, and we were
think
just
about this guy.
blasting.
So he also like reviewed Lies of P, and he had a really hard time with it, and he said it wasn't clicking with him. And I actually loved Lies of P, and I actually had an easy time with it. So maybe our opinions will differ. Never really played anime type games. But you don't consider Osu a huge weeb game because all I play is metal and electronic music. Yeah. I guess it just depends on the kinds of games that you like. For me personally, like art-wise, artistic-wise, just for me personally, I strongly prefer the Japanese style. But that's just me.
Through the game. So I have a lot of things to talk about when it comes to this, including my main complaints and all of that. But as per usual, we should start at the very beginning, because I know that a lot of people are going to be watching this video and going to be like, hey, Rurikhan, what exactly is this game all about? Because I've seen a lot of people trying to compare this to something like Tales of Arise, and even though
I'm
you
seeing
look
right
at the
here,
art
it's
style and
just
it
too
seems
easy.
kind of similar, this game does not play like Tales of Arise at all, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
But, you know, I've seen some people say, oh, the combat kind of looks like it. I don't think so. I don't really see it that way. I've played the entirety of Tales
It
of
looks
Arise.
very colorful
Greatly
and
enjoyed that game,
cartoony.
but this is fundamentally a very different game.
So that's why it kind of looks, art style wise, it looks similar to like a Tales game. Some anime style games. I think it depends. It depends what kind of games you like. If you like action games, or if you like more like RPG style games. It depends, but there's like some of the best games are like those like Japanese anime style games. There's some like really good shit out there. Again, it depends what you like.
Anyways, so let's get started. This is not a JRPG. This is an action RPG. You're going to be taking on missions, and you're going to be going through those missions. There's going to be these scenarios like the one that you are watching in the background, which, by the way, this was one of my favorite missions, and this does not include any particular spoilers or anything like that, at least in my opinion. So, but it was a cool mission because it showcases a lot of different elements, like shooting with the turrets and walking around, blasting people, you know, destroying people in your deck, boarding other ships. It was a really nice mission, a really good starting point, because this is at the very beginning of the game. See, because the game just keeps giving you these really cool scenarios in the campaign, and it just keeps amping them up over and over and over. There was only one point during the main campaign where I was like, this is kind of a little bit of filler, because there's like this little section when you get to a specific town where it's, oh, let's just go ahead and have you do a bunch of fetch quests. But that only happens like once throughout the whole game. The rest of the game is fairly straightforward. And here I'm going through a couple of options. I was trying to sort out the aim sensitivity because it was a little bit too sensitive. But anyway, so it is an action RPG. You're going to be playing through the game with different characters. You can see me here. I'm playing with Percival, who isn't even one of the main cast. This is one of the characters that you get to unlock as you get crewmate tickets and stuff like that. And these different characters are going to provide you with different play styles. So to give you a couple of examples here, the main character, which is called Gran, or in my case, you can see on the top left-hand side, I actually call him Rurikon because that is like the representation of the player character. That character is kind of an all-rounder. You can play him as a DPS or as a support. There's a lot of stuff that he can do. He can heal, he can provide buffs, do all of these things. Then you have like another character called Vayne, which is kind of like a tank. He plays really just like a tank. He grabs aggro. He has an invincibility shield that he can use to protect the party.
There's another review here by Noisy Pixel. It says, the action JRPG that gets even better after the credits. So this guy only completed the main story. So maybe he hasn't. I can't take what he's saying at face value. I don't know. Some of the takes that this guy has on some games are like totally off, in my opinion. So I don't know whether.
If you look at Percival, which is the one that we are using here, he's kind of like a damage dealing machine, basically. He just does a ton of damage, inflicts fire debuff upon enemies, which causes them to take damage over time. And then you also have Eugen, who is also in the party. I know that if you read the name, it says Eugene almost, but the pronunciation of his name in this game is actually Eugen, so that's the way that I'm going to be referring to him. He's just the range damage powerhouse, and he's actually the main character that I've played in the game, even though throughout the campaign I opted for playing characters that were not as optimal because the game quite simply wasn't that challenging, and we'll talk more about that a little bit further in the video. But just know that Eugen is an absolute beast. But the idea here is, depending on the character that you choose, you're going to have different playstyles, almost like a Monster Hunter weapon. So you choose, you know, your sword and shield, you choose your charge blade. That is going to change up how you approach each scenario in the game. But don't think of it as being as complex or having as much depth as a Monster Hunter weapon. These characters are a little bit more similar, and I will talk a little bit more about that. Now, one of the questions that a lot of people were asking me is the game open world? No. This game utilizes a mission structure somewhat similar to the structure of Monster Hunter, but that's pretty much where the similarities end. So you go on missions, and you know the missions, if you're in the main campaign, are going to be these large elaborate levels which have like specific things that you need to do in the level. But the idea is you go through mission
difficulty problems. It's too
playthrough of the game. And the very first complaint that I need to it's just made me a little bit sad. The game is too easy. Way too easy. So to give you an idea, right here in this video, notice the level of the enemies we are fighting, in case you can't really tell very well.
Ever since I got into Souls games, now I feel it and I notice it in games now. It's like, if it's too easy, it really bothers me. And that's, I think, a problem with a lot of JRPGs. A lot of them are too easy. But I have to actually like try to find ways to make it harder. If it doesn't have like a difficulty setting, I actually like purposely make it harder on myself.
These enemies we're fighting right here are level 43. So from the point at which you're at in the game, I quickly deduced you're not supposed to be fighting these enemies. Now, if you guys are wondering which difficulty I played in, I played on hard, which is the maximum difficulty you can have when you start playing the game. So I was playing the campaign on hard. The hard difficulty only affects the campaign. The missions themselves have individual difficulty, so the multiplayer missions, stuff like that, they have their own individual difficulty. But, you know, I was playing the campaign on hard. These enemies are level 43. My party is my main character's level 20, the secondary character's level 20, and then there's a level 18 character and a level 17 character, which, by the way, the level 18 and 17, I had just swapped them in, so they're not properly optimized. The only character that is actually min-maxed to any extent is the character that I'm playing, Eugen. And even then, he's level 20. The boss that I'm fighting right now is level 48. You'll notice that I'm not really dealing that much damage. I killed this boss. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying that I don't think that the difficulty is appropriate for the game. And this is one of those situations where, you know how people always say, oh, Rurikon, why does it affect you if a developer chooses to add an easy mode? This is why. Because a lot of times when developers have to focus on easy modes and, you know, on having multiple difficulties in a video game, usually this is what ends up happening. They don't have enough time, or they don't put in enough effort. I don't know why, but fundamentally the harder difficulties just become too easy, which, as you can see, even though it's going to take me a while to kill him because the boss just has a tremendous amount of HP,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to fight this boss at this
maybe
point.
Maybe they're thinking,
I'm still
like,
going to kill
difficulty. A lot of times when you up the difficulty, it just ups like the enemy HP, but like the core gameplay doesn't get any more difficult. I kind of experienced that with Octopath Traveler 2. That's how I felt. It seems like it's like really hard at first, and then I realized it's not that hard. Alright, let's see what Noisy Pixel has to say. All these reviews are coming out right now. It's going to unlock in like a couple hours.
When Grand Blue Fantasy Relink was officially revealed in 2016, expectations for the project were pretty high. By that point, the franchise had already reached acclaim through its popular mobile game and anime adaptation, and this was meant to be a fully realized adventure within this world. Almost 8 years later, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is finally here, and delivers what I feel meets the expectations of general fans. But the overall experience may not truly scratch that action JRPG itch you've been having.
Right, so it's like this game, it seems like what people are saying about it, like, it's good, but there's that but. Right? Like, people are saying it's fun, it's good, it's fun, but like, that's kind of vague. This guy said it's not gonna scratch that itch. It's like, what do you mean? What exactly do you mean?
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink allows you to choose either Gran or Dicha as your main character. This doesn't really change any of the story beats, and the characters generally play the same, so choose your favorite and go from there. The story follows an original adventure after most of the crew has already met, which means fans of the IP will catch up a bit faster to what is exactly going on. Further, the story is only about 10 to 12 hours long, which leaves little time for actual character development. Still, there are options for players to learn more about the characters, but we'll get into that later. The actual themes of the narrative simply revolve around the bond between Jita and Lyria, and then later gets rounded out by the antagonist, Id. While supporting characters such as Roland play significant roles in progressing the narrative, none of the other crew members get the chance to actually grow. I mean, sure, this runtime and lack of significant character growth might be negatives, but this is one hell of an adventure. Every moment of this game is packed with epic set pieces and memorable boss encounters, and that becomes the main driving force to press on. In retrospect, focusing mainly on the leads was a good choice not to lose sight of the overarching narrative. It allows players who may not be interested in this world a chance to get a taste of it without busy work or overly grinding sections. Considering the brief campaign, I won't spoil any of the big moments, but it keeps its pacing fairly well and offers more than enough diversity within questlines and objectives to never become dull. The world of Granblue Fantasy Relink isn't as open as other entries in this genre, but that doesn't mean that the developer cut corners with this experience. There are several towns to visit and explore alongside its various themed islands, which you can gain access to over time. Exploration is highly encouraged, but the lack of a real map becomes an issue early on. There's a compass that shows you the direction of points of interest, but the stage designs can be pretty complex, making it tough to find your way, especially in a town. The sense of confusion becomes even more apparent post-game when you have to deliver and accept quests because you have trouble finding any NPC. Still, the environments are very well designed and fun to explore, which is rewarded with hidden materials and treasure chests. The campaign plays a bit differently when compared to side quests and online content. During the campaign, the stages represent traditional action levels where you move throughout the stage and conclude with an end boss.
I'm wondering if he's gonna mention the difficulty. If everyone's gonna have like similar remarks about this game.
With that said, there are different objectives that creep up between these 2 points that shake up gameplay with more enemy encounters and other things to do. On the other hand though, the side quests are accepted from the quest counter and range and difficulty, but these are more traditional arena-based levels with objectives that include wave-based battles, bosses, material collecting, and tower defense situations.
One stroke, 1,000 deaths. Butterfly effect. Moonrise. I'll end them.
Sharmata! Bear witness! Snowball! Execution! Justice prevails! Captain! Roger that! Perfect swing!
Yeah, I'm gonna be using the Japanese voices for sure.
I actually never felt like I had too little or too much to do, but if you do want more, there are optional character-specific chapters called Fate episodes that dive into each individual character with extra stories that unlock as you progress. The additional benefit of these is that it raises your character's stats along with providing optional difficult battles, but you actually can't skip the text-only chapters upon first viewing, so keep that in mind if you're just looking for the rewards. Aside from the core crew, you'll be able to unlock various other characters as you reach milestones in the campaign. Even if you can choose the character and take them into story missions, they aren't actually featured in the story scenes, but you do have access to their individual Fate episode chapters as mentioned earlier if you want to learn more about them. Interestingly, every character has a unique fighting style that opens up so many possibilities in terms of party creation and strategy. Each time I chose a new character, I had to really practice with their combo strings and skills to determine the highest damage output. Depending on the enemy, specific characters are just a better match, and some of the post-game enemies are actually no joke. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the entire post-game experience is basically Nier Automata meets Monster Hunter. The boss battles resemble 3D shmup-style arenas where you have to time your attacks and avoid telegraph damage.
So it's all about the
Further, the boss
post-game
enemies
content.
have various phases and attack patterns that keep you on your toes and do require some strategy to get through. If you do fall in battle, a master timer begins to tick. Although you can be revived, once that timer ends, it's game over. At this point, the game becomes all about the combat and material gathering. The endgame turns into taking on quests, strengthening characters, and crafting new equipment. Your gamer brain then needs to shift to all of these materials you were picking up throughout the campaign that you didn't really understand. Slowly, you're forced to figure out how to earn specific materials or farm them for better equipment. However, it's not just the equipment that can be leveled up. Each character has a proper skill tree that includes options for improved weapon usage, attack, and defense. I would advise focusing mainly on your favorite characters because you'll likely never have enough resources to level up each character fully. Through online co-op, you can really focus on strategy, but I couldn't help but wish that there were some PvP modes to really show off my skills. Combat here is very flashy. You'll have up to 4 skills on cooldown and optional link abilities that grant more ways to cause damage. The controls are extremely responsive too, especially the dodge that allows you to cancel out of attacks and even gain invincibility if done at the correct time. As you take on more challenging quests, you'll need to start paying attention to your equipped sigils, which adds another layer to the game's character customization mechanics. There's a clear tie to Relink's mobile roots found within the loot and material.
The title is it's not what we thought. Hold on, let's see. They give a number 8. They gave it an 8. It's an 8. Okay. I just gotta see what do you mean it's not what we thought?
You've probably seen the trailers or gameplay for this highly anticipated anime-stylized action RPG Granblue Fantasy Relink.
What do you mean it's not what we thought?
Maybe you've actually played the free PlayStation demo to get a gist of the core gameplay, but even with those details factored in, you really don't know what you're in for with the full game because it's way different to a standard traditional action RPG game like it first appears to be. You see, Relink actually takes some of the better elements of different game series like Monster Hunter and the Tales of and more with its various different gameplay mechanics, quest flow, combat, and multiplayer. We've played over 100 hours together as myself and 2-6 powered through the game's story and then the subsequent
over
questing
100
system, which honestly has us kind of hooked. I'm going to try my best to not spoil anything, so no details of the story itself will be mentioned or spoiled, and we'll be using some very early gameplay or the official...
So this guy will know then. If it's over 100, then he's well past the main story. So he'll know what this game's really about. If like the full meat and potatoes of this game is after the main quest.
Trailers, so you don't have to worry about us showing you anything that isn't already out there. But we will mention some of the different gameplay systems and elements as they're prudent to explaining how the game flows and progresses as you start ranking up and unlocking harder quests in the post-campaign gameplay. So let's go over broadly what the game as a whole is and what you can expect from it, because we were way off with what we thought the game would be, and I mean that in a good way. You start the game off with a set roster of characters, which is the crew of the Grand Cypher, your airship, which after a
you know what, honestly, at first glance this looks like like a Tales game, or like, you know, like this looks like an Atelier game or something, right? Does not look like
section, you
Monster
can then switch
Hunter.
between and play as them or have them in your party throughout the game. Progressing the story will be your first focus, and this will take you through the various different areas or Sky Islands as they're called in Relink. Cygames have consistently marketed the story as around 20 hours in length, and although this is definitely possible depending on your playstyle, we feel for the majority of players it will actually come in at around 10 hours. The story itself is very interesting with lots of boss fights and epic moments, but did feel short in comparison to our expectations. However, if you enjoy trying out all of the different characters, doing quests and farming along the way, as well as leveling them up so that you can use them in your party,
it'll probably take me
and further through
20
the story,
hours.
then naturally
I tend
it will
to play
take longer
these games
to
really
complete.
slow.
Whereas if you just want to go back to back and run through the story missions, you will be slightly underpowered, but with enough skill you can still complete them, and that will make the story a lot shorter. So the story's duration all depends on how you enjoy playing your games. Now, while the story itself is a fun part of the game, it really ends up being a lesser focus of the overall experience. As you progress in the story as well as other objectives, you'll unlock additional crewmate vouchers, letting you unlock more characters into your roster, each with a massively different playstyle and role. But then after finishing the story, you go on to start your progression into the game's questing system. The best way to explain this to all of you is to think of a Monster Hunter game. You have a story, but also the repeatable hunts or quests to farm either gear in solo or multiplayer online with other people. Well, Relink has kind of the same flow. There's a full story, but also the quest board with different mission types from horde battles to defense missions, and most importantly, bosses to farm. In Monster Hunter, you also have all the weapons to try out, to learn and grind, and in Relink you have all of the characters which function and play differently, each needing to be leveled up and grinded to increase in their power if you want to take them to the higher level content. You see, Granblue Fantasy Relink also has a difficulty system whereby after completing the story, you will need to complete marked quests, kind of like urgent quests, that will then unlock more missions for you, eventually leading to a rank up quest which will unlock a whole new tier of difficulty. So the game basically has its own version of low rank, high rank and so on, with normal, easy, hard and even more difficulty levels to unlock.
Okay, I bet that first guy, Rurikon, he didn't get to that part of the game. So there's ways to make it harder. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can take on those like high tier quests.
This means there is a lot to do, unlock and experience even after you've finished the story when you start getting into the questing.
He's basing his experience on like the story mode, which everyone is saying it doesn't take very long, and that's not like the real game.
Furthermore, these different rank up tiers keep actually progressing the story, and there's entire missions with big impact on certain story characters and the world, which you would only experience if you actually get to these higher and higher difficulty quests. Which means if you include the time it takes to go through this questing system to get these extra missions, which are pretty awesome, then the story is substantially longer. But it's not like these repeatable missions are unique content, so it doesn't really count. And it's a bit of a shame because some of these missions are actually really awesome, and we think the average player probably won't get to experience them unless they keep playing even after they think the story is over. In this aspect, the game really does just keep on giving, and we were always discovering entirely new progression systems, ways to improve our weapon or higher level sigils as we got.
So it seems like maybe there was a missed opportunity where like it's like the first time you experience these quests, they're gonna be too easy. And you can play them on harder difficulties, but it's only going to be after you've already experienced them for the first time, and it's only going to be post-game.
Further and further through the questing. We often found we thought we were at the end only to discover that there was more and more each time we ranked up and unlocked a higher difficulty. I won't show anything, but there is some awesome stuff awaiting you guys at the very highest final difficulty level. Also, the game has some really well thought out quality of life and different gameplay mechanics that make playing the game a lot more enjoyable and smooth, unlike other games that could potentially fit in this genre. There's a really easy to use wishlist system for finding specific materials and items that you need, loads of tips in the in-game journal, and a bunch more things that just make your life easier as you play through. Then with all of this, you can factor in that the game has many different characters which all level up, unlock masteries, and require weapon upgrades individually, making the total possible playtime exponentially higher if you're someone that doesn't like sticking to one single character. And these characters really make the game shine because they're all incredibly designed with totally different playstyles, strengths, and functions. But if you're someone that doesn't like to experiment and try different characters out, then of course you'll lose out on a lot of additional time and content leveling those guys up. But in general, you'll be testing different characters out in the training room, learning combos, and even making builds with the in-game sigil system, which offers your character a ton of different traits to increase their damage, utility, or survivability. For example, I've been loving Siegfried and have fully committed to maxing him out with loads of damaging skills to get those big meaty chops with his greatsword. But it does feel really good to try a new and different character, and it sort of makes you want to start progressing them for that extra variety. For example, there's another character called Ferry that is totally different and interesting, and I genuinely might need to switch to her and start grinding again to get her up to a higher level, and that's just one of the many characters, which by the way, there are more characters planned in DLC after release, with 2 that we've seen so far looking pretty awesome. Now let's touch on performance and platforms, because I have now played this on PlayStation 5 via the free demo, my full playthrough on PC, and have some playtime on my Steam Deck by trying out RPG. It has crazy boss fights, cutscenes, characters, and abilities that you would expect from a more traditional anime action RPG, but also the replayability, diverse playstyles, and progression of a hunting game with more story that's unlocked along the way. So this is a game I would feel comfortable recommending to someone who's looking for either a romp of an anime story, albeit a short one, as well as someone hoping to get hours and hours of solo or multiplayer boss battles.
I don't mind the short story. After like a 200-hour Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, it's over 200 hours. Yeah, short story. I don't mind that. That's perfectly fine with me.
Characters to play, somewhat akin to something like the weapons in a Monster Hunter game. The game is a fantastic blend of both the action RPG and hunting genre, but the lack of content does bring it down a notch from standing aside some of these great titles that many of you know and love. We absolutely loved the way the game keeps on giving, and the core gameplay is super addictive, with both myself and 2-6 sinking hours into it without realizing how late in the day it actually gets. But it's not without its drawbacks. The game has an okay range of monsters and bosses, but let me tell you, you will be fighting some of these bosses over and over again to get into the higher and higher difficulties. And this is probably where the game suffers most. You will likely get tired of certain bosses and their different various elemental versions by the time you're 30 or 40 hours in, and you do need to farm and defeat them in order to progress. If the game had double the number of unique boss types...
Here's the thing, right? It's Grand Blue Fantasy. Like, they're a mobile browser JRPG gacha game. That's where they're coming from. So I think some of that mindset is inevitably gonna leak into this, right?
And a longer story, this could have been a masterpiece title. However, due to a couple of these shortfalls, it does bring the game down a notch, simply because the lack of variety ends up making it a bit repetitive. But for Cygame's first entry into this space, it's actually very impressive, does things differently, and is...
Okay, I think I'm gonna like it. It's a little sad that they're saying that, like, it could have been a masterpiece, but it's still good. It's basically what they're saying. Could have been all, like, perfect, but it's not bad. That's fine. Honestly, I don't even know how much I'm going to be playing it, because the next day, right, it's going to come out, and then the next day, Persona 3 is coming out. I think I'm going to be playing that, to be honest. Because I got to play all the Persona games. Alright. Back to this game. We've got our army. I wish I could change Shadowheart's hair, but it's fine. Did we save? Let's save. I think we did save. Save again, just to be sure. Let's leave the camp.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return.
I think this is the first time we're using
We should do
Shadowheart.
what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Oh my god, yeah. This is the first time we're using Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate. What does that say? We have arrived in Worm's Crossing. Oh, we're well past that. Shadowheart believes that Sharon lookouts will be present in the vicinity, awaiting her return. She must find one such lookout in order to learn where the Sharon Cloister is hidden. She expects to find such a lookout hiding amongst the desperate new arrivals flooding into Worm's Crossing. What are we doing here? We're all done with this place. We need to get out of here. Let's go back to Worm's Crossing. If that's the case. Yeah. We will venture into a different region. I thought we were all done with this area, but apparently not. Let's check this map.
But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper.
She's saying something about...
Treats your tummy can handle.
What does it say?
Sometime we'll make an exception.
You're going to
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
It doesn't say where doesn't say where the quest is on the map.
I should arrest you all for gross negligence.
I shall arrest you all for gross negligence.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Does that have anything to do with...
Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
That's right, I am a Baldurian. That's my background.
Not a chance. Your mother will kill me.
Let the kid come. He wants to be.
Experiencing some slowdown.
Murderous monsters or housebreakers.
What's up with my stream? What is this? Come on now, don't mess with me. What's up with my stream? Let me just make sure my stream is okay. It says I'm still streaming, but it's being kind of weird. The bitrate is like abnormally high, and I did not set it to be that high. Why it's doing that? It's going all over the place now. It'll probably. I'm just gonna assume that it'll fix itself. Whoops. Okay. Actually, you know what we could do now that we're here? We could go talk to we do some shopping. Maybe get like a long range, some rings, amulet for Minsk.
Gildra? Oh, no. Just you again?
Oh, god damn it.
Of course. Gildro's finest.
What's up with the game? Why is it doing that? Why is it being slow? Nothing here. Yo, the game's being really slow. I thought it was just like a one-time little freeze that we got there, but no, it keeps doing it. It's doing it again. What's up with this? Yo, I got a minus 92% discount from this lady. Yeah, it's they're right. Even though it's minus 92%, this thing's still 2,000 gold, apparently. No, that can't be right. But this thing looks cool. Maybe I should get this for Minsk.
Come back soon. And if you see Gildro, tell him everything's under control.
Let me check with Minsk. Yo, what's up with this?
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Oh yeah, this one's actually pretty good too. I'm looking for rings. I'm not gonna buy a new weapon right now. Okay, I'm hoping. What if I No, it's still being slow. What if I change regions? Maybe it's just like when I loaded this region up, it got janky. What if I get out of here? I'm gonna fast travel. Oh my god, this is pretty bad. Alright, we're gonna go to Baldur's Gate. We're gonna see how the game handles. It never did this before when I was just streaming on Twitch, so if it's... This might be a restream thing. It could just be... It's just janky like right now. But maybe if I stream this tomorrow, it'll be fine. Alright, let's see how the game flows. Are we gonna get those freezes or what? Oh! Yep. It's freezing. It's freezing on me. Alright. You know what? We have been playing a while. I haven't really done much, but we were watching some videos and stuff too. Everything's going really slow right now, so I think we'll just end it here for now. Everything, it could be a number of things. It could be Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs dropped frames detected 59% over the last 2 minutes. Yeah, it could be Streamlabs, it could be Restream, it could be Baldur's Gate, it could be the browsers. It could be any number of things that's making the game slow. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. I'll probably jump on tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a new reaction tomorrow for... It's going to be a long one. It's going to be 2 albums tomorrow. It's going to be a double album reaction tomorrow. It's going to take a while.